We backpackers love discovering new places and experiences. But admit it, you love it even more when you're the first out of your friends to experience a new place. The thrilling sensation of reaching an unknown, undiscovered destination is addictive. Come with us on a journey to these 10 undiscovered holiday destinations before everyone else catches on. So in this video, we are going to discuss top 10 most undiscovered places you should visit. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. The CocaCola Vault in Atlanta, United States. The recipe for Coca-Cola is considered one of the best-kept secrets in the world, and they keep it secret by stowing it away in a large security vault. Since it was created in 1886 by John Pemberton in Atlanta, this formula has been jealously guarded and few have been able to get their hands on it. The soft drink and the company were acquired in 1919 by a group of investors led by Ernest Woodruff, and from 1920, the recipe ended up under lock and key at a New York bank. In 1925, it was transferred to the Trust Company Bank in Atlanta. In 2011, the company decided to move the famous Coca-Cola recipe to an Atlanta museum. But while many tourists visit the facilities each year, few and exclusive are the people who can get through the doors of the vault. Number 9. Snake Island or Queimada Grande, Brazil. Located about 100 kilometers off the coast of São Paulo, this island might seem the ideal exotic spot in which to lose yourself, but the truth is that for decades, the place has been uninhabited due to having been completely invaded by lethal snakes. Between 1 and 5 snakes per square meter inhabit the island. And if that isn't terrifying enough, it's worth noting that the snakes that live here are one of the most venomous in the world. The golden lancehead viper can reach up to half a meter in length, and with a strong, fast-acting venom, can dissolve the flesh around its bites. It's for this reason the Brazilian government expressly forbids visiting the island. Number 8. North Brother Island, United States. Every year, New York welcomes millions of tourists, eager to visit every corner of the city except one. Access is forbidden to North Brother Island without prior authorization, since all its buildings are in a dangerous state of deterioration. Inside, nature continues to devour the abandoned structures and ruins of what was once the city's quarantine hospital. First claimed in 1614, the history of North Brother Island's past is intertwined with death and disease. In the 1880s and right into the 1940s, the site quarantined people with highly contagious illnesses. All those who died there were stored in the island's morgue. From 1951, it served as a rehabilitation center for drug addicts. Number 7. Diego Garcia, British Overseas Territories. Located between East Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia, Diego Garcia is an important strategic asset for the U.S. Navy, which has a major military base there. It's also said that some of the CIA's most important floating black sites could be located in this area, according to The Guardian. During the Cold War, the United Kingdom rented the atoll to the United States for 50 years, but the island was not uninhabited, so, before renting it out, the British government expelled some 2,000 Chagossians. Between 1968 and 1973, these inhabitants were forcibly sent to Mauritius, Seychelles, and other British territories. Since then, the islanders have unsuccessfully demanded the right to return to their homes. Number 6. The Whites Club, UK. There are still, incredibly, certain places in the world where women are forbidden access, the best known probably being gentlemen's clubs, which are very popular within British culture. Founded in 1693 and located at 37th Street, James Street in Piccadilly, the members of the Whites Club include political leaders, senior bankers, and even heirs to the British throne. The restriction on women is so strict, only Queen Elizabeth has ever managed to gain entry. According to The Telegraph, in 2013, David Cameron voluntarily left the select club, saying, "I'm dismayed the club does not accept women as members. I find that inexplicable in this day and age, I really do." The membership of London's oldest and most elitist gentlemen's club has shrunk to 500, and its bar is said not to have closed for 200 years. Number 5. Cersei Island, Iceland. The island of Cersei in Iceland was formed just 55 years ago in a volcanic eruption, which meant scientists had the unique opportunity to observe the birth and evolution of an ecosystem from scratch. This fascinating event is precisely what makes its access restricted to the rest of the world. It all began in 1963, when a violent volcanic eruption 32 kilometers south of Iceland resulted in the formation of Cersei, one of the youngest islands on the planet. Due to water and wind erosion, the island has been decreasing in size since then. According to UNESCO, at present, it's estimated that around 89 species of birds and 335 invertebrates populate the area. In order not to alter this development, only researchers are allowed to visit the island. Number 4. Kamchaka, Russia. Russia is a country with so much still undiscovered by backpackers. The immense nation of Tsars and vodka is where you'll find the volcanic Kamchatka Peninsula, located in the far east. This scenically dramatic region offers stunning trekking routes bypassing beautiful national parks, as well as the largest active volcano in the northern hemisphere, the Klyuchevskaya Saka. It's an otherworldly environment that needs to be seen to be believed. This tip is way ahead of the travel curve, so there are no hostels yet in Kamchatka. But head to the nearby cities of Khabarovsk or Vladivostok and book a tour from there. Number 3. Bangour Fort, India. Between Jaipur and Alwar in Rajasthan lie the ruins of what was once a splendid kingdom. The fort was built by the ruler of Amber Kachwaha for his youngest son in 1573, and gradually its population dwindled until 1783, when a strong famine forced the villagers still living there to flee. Local legends state that the reason for the kingdom falling into ruin was that the fort was cursed. As the only legally recognized haunted place in India, according to the Times of India, a government permit is required to be able to enter before dawn or after sundown. Although it's said that the reason is down to wild nocturnal animals, such as tigers, and the lack of artificial lighting in the area, no one knows what else could be lurking in the ruins. Number 2. North Sentinel, Andaman, and Nicobar Islands. While the rest of the islands in this archipelago are somewhat larger and better known, North Sentinel, full of mangroves and surrounded by coral, has remained virtually untouched by the outside world. It might sound like paradise, but the island couldn't be further from it. While its geography makes it one of the most isolated places on Earth, it is inhabited by one of the world's few remaining uncontacted tribes. The indigenous people of this island, referred to as the Sentinelese, have had practically no influence from the modern world. Throughout history, encounters with the population have been met with violence. In 2006, they killed 2 fishermen whose boat had been dragged by the current to their shores. The entire tribe could be wiped out by diseases to which they have no immunity, which is why authorities respect their wish to remain uncontacted. Number 1. Jiangsu National Security Education Museum, China. In 2009, China opened the doors of its National Spy Museum. Located in Nanjing, the collection at the Jiangsu National Security Education Museum exhibits the history of espionage and secret intelligence services from the early days of the Communist Party of China to the late 1920s. While checking out weapons disguised as regular objects, spy cameras, or eavesdropping devices might sound like an interesting visit, the museum isn't entirely open to the public. Foreigners are completely forbidden from entering. It's just as hard to get souvenir images too for those nationals allowed entry. It's totally forbidden to take photographs. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.